Hey guys, long time no see. I am very happy to record a video today. I was watching a few of my older videos by accident. Somebody commented on an old video and I decided to watch the video again because I didn't really know what I was talking about. And in that video, I look so like almost aggressive and I look really tense and I'm preaching like so hard. And then I was looking at my latest video, the one where I talk about the fire element in Zentai Shiatsu, choose joy, one of the 12 threads of Zentai Shiatsu. And my energy has changed so much. And I find it so fascinating that it happened in 2 years, less than 2 years, or a little bit more than 2 years. And it got me thinking about how I was talking about letting go of my obsessive compulsive behaviors surrounding food and exercise and all this tension that I had in my system, and how I actually made that happen in a way. I really went through this whole journey of letting go of this obsession with going to the gym, having to go to the gym every single day, and being so attached to this routine. Kind of, it was my safety somehow, or my escape. And I feel so completely, totally relaxed nowadays about this topic. I don't have any stress about it, no tension. I feel like I can decide to rest when I'm tired. I can go to the gym whenever I want. Sometimes I still have maybe a little bit of this idea of, yeah, okay, maybe I should go because I don't know, I didn't go for a while. Or these thoughts can come into my mind, but then I meet them with compassion, understanding, peace, so much less judgment, so much less tension. And it's just super fascinating to see the change. My whole energy was so tight, so harsh in a way. And then my last video is very soft and relaxed. And it's so nice to kind of see that progress in a way, because when I was recording that video in 2022, I wasn't aware of how I came across or what I looked like or what kind of energy I was embodying. But the interesting thing is, because it's such a long time in the past, the person that I was then, I still am. Obviously, there's this essence that is ever present, but it's not the same person. I am a changed person compared to that wolf from more than 2 years ago, a little bit more than 2 years ago. I am a totally different person. I'm practicing mindfulness way more often. I'm doing lots of yoga practice. I do body work, massage. It's so different. My energy is so different. And it's, I think, an interesting thing to reflect on, you know? How are you changing over time? Are you more and more starting to embody the things that you want to embody? Are you becoming more clear on what is truly important to you? What are your values? How are your values changing over time? Probably the values that I had when I was recording that video were very different than the values that I have now, because my actions were proving that, right? Now, one of my main desires is to be peaceful and to be calm and gentle and to kind of move through life with some sense of ease and calmness and no rush, no tension, there is no urgency anymore. And I feel like back then there was so much urgency. There's tension. And it's so fascinating to observe that tension in myself. It feels like a completely different version of me. And I don't know how I will change in the next few years. And maybe I look back to a video like this and then be like, whoa, you were still very tense. Or maybe I was a bit too relaxed or something like that. I don't know. I would be very curious to learn more about how I will perceive myself in a few years from now. It's so cool actually that I recorded these videos so consistently for a pretty decent amount of time. So it's a very nice reflection of how I kind of evolved through time and realizing that I was talking about so many things that I kind of eventually allow myself to embody. It's cool. It's really cool to hear myself talk about certain things two years ago and then to see that I made this happen in a way. Not like, yes, consciously, but also not necessarily. Like it's as if life put me in these different places and my intuition guides me to places so that I end up slowly developing these qualities that I value in myself and in others. It's basically the same anyway. What I value in you is what I value in me and the other way around. And I think that that is one of the most powerful realizations to make for myself. This understanding that so much of the things that I see and respond to and observe and get triggered by and feel interested in, or it's all of that is within me, and there's a part of me that connects with that on the outside in another person or in an environment or something like that. And so looking back on this version of myself from 2 years ago, it's like I I don't resonate that much with this version of myself anymore. It's so interesting. Like I hear myself talk and I'm like, dude, what are you saying? Like, chill out, man. Relax, it's fine. Like so much tension that's there. And it's okay, it was like that back then. And probably today there is still some areas where I'm tense and where it's complicated or where I have this resistance or something. I felt like there was a lot of resistance present in me back then. And now so much less. It's kind of I learned to surrender more easily and accept things more easily. And it's really significantly different. So it's possible. Maybe that's the message that I want to convey in this video. It's really possible to get out of this tension, this almost like stuckness, even though right now I also still feel, sad or confused or upset or worried or whatever, the feelings, they never go away. They keep coming back. This doesn't change. However, what does change is the way I respond to this. I feel like I'm so much more relaxed about it. Like, yeah, I feel sad, and that's fine. And it's okay if it lasts for a long time. And yesterday I feel tired, and yesterday I feel not so excited about life, and that's fine. And it's normal that this happens, and it will happen again. And the more peaceful you are about it, the more accepting you are of whatever state it is that you currently find yourself in, the less you kind of suffer, right? Because it's only because you resist the state, because you judge the state, because you want to change it or move away from it, that this creates tension. And that in turn creates suffering. Yes, sometimes it can feel uncomfortable to feel deeply sad or to feel really exhausted or to feel anxious or worried. It's uncomfortable for sure. Taking a cold shower, it's uncomfortable while you're taking it. But it is just that kind of a discomfort. And I'm not trying to minimize any experience here, because sometimes it can be really uncomfortable and very painful and really difficult to move through any experience or certain experiences. What I am trying to say is that, at least for myself, the acceptance that I feel in any state, in any mood that I'm in, brings some kind of inner peace, this inner knowing that it's like this, it's okay, it will happen. It's inevitable, almost like this acceptance is so freeing, and it's so powerful in a way. It's so powerful to more and more accept the current energy that is present within my being, because it also allows me to accept it within others way more easily. Of course, sometimes somebody can act in a certain way and I can have this strong response, or I get triggered or something, but it's always saying something about myself. Whereas what is activated within me, which part of me is kind of being projected on this person, or where do I have some more potentially work to do, or how can I bring more awareness to the parts of me that I might be neglecting, or whatever. It's always some information, because some person can do something that doesn't impact another person at all, because they just don't really see it or they don't really resonate with it. But in me, it might stir up so many things. And so it is within me that seed for this strong emotional response, for example, is within me. And so it says something about me. And realizing that this acceptance doesn't have to mean that you give up. It's not a giving up. It's not, okay, I will be now sad for the rest of my life and that's how it's going to look like. No, not at all. It doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean completely sitting back and being powerless. I think it means quite the opposite. I think it's very empowering to come to terms rather fast with no rush. There is no rush, no urgency in accepting. You can't rush it anyway. So if you try to rush it, it won't work. So it will only create more resistance, which in turn will make it last longer, which will make you humble yourself. Basically, that's always what happens. You will be humbled because you can't rush the process. But it's nice to try it. You should try. I tried many times and it always failed. And I learned, and you will too. And that's great, because it allows you to accept things with grace at your own pace without having to give up. It can be a very comforting thought that you are okay as you are. Whatever state you're in, it's okay. And that is so peaceful to know that. It is so liberating in a way. And of course, right now I'm in this state where I can say these things with a clear mind. And probably tomorrow there will be a moment where I'm like, no, and I'm resisting this, and why, and I'm so like confused and I hate this, and for sure it will happen. That's okay. That's how it is. And then maybe in 3-4 days again, I'm like, whoa, it's actually fine. I'm okay, and I'm just moving through this with as much peace as I can allow myself to feel at any moment, and that is that depends on so many different factors. Anyways, I just felt like sharing this with you guys, because it was this moment, and I kind of wanted to record this moment for myself to look back on this few years from now and see how my energy has changed once again, because it never stops changing. So yeah, have fun changing and have fun embracing the change, because it's fun. It really is. Yes. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.